Now on to problem 4.65. The question asks us to find the force required to hold the plug in place. It states that the flow rate is going to be 1.5 meters cubed per second and that the upstream pressure is 3.5 MPAs. Here I'm drawing my control volume, which is going to go around the pipe and around the plug. And then I'm also drawing the points 1 and 2, which are going to be our key points in evaluating this flow. And also I am drawing the normal vectors pointing outwards of the control volume. So those are the vectors n right there, which will help us with the directions of the flows. The next step is to write the conservation of a momentum. So this will be the sum of forces is equal to the rate of change of momentum inside the control volume plus the ingoing and outgoing fluxes of the control volume. Here, because we are at steady state, we know that the rate of change inside the control volume is going to remain constant, which means it will be 0. Then we can rewrite the equation. Respecting the coordinate system that I drew in the upper right hand side, that'll be minus F plus the force of pressure times the area 1, which will be defined as the larger of the circles, so at 0.25 meters per second, is equal to the surface integral of the density V1 squared, so the going influx, minus 1. This is due to the fact that the normal vector n is pointing in the negative direction according to our coordinate system, plus the surface integral of rho v2, which is going to be our outgoing velocity, and then our normal vector is positive in this case. Because our velocity is constant along the area 1 and area 2, we can bring it outside of the integral and we obtain our final expression, which is going to be F is equal to PA1 plus rho times the area 1 V1 squared minus the area 2 V2 squared. So here I'm just going to be writing down the values for the area 1 and the area 2. So area 1, as mentioned before, is going to be from the diameter of 0.25 meters. And area 2 here is going to be the small little area in between the plug and the pipe. So that will be the larger diameter minus the smaller diameter. The next step is to find the velocity 1 and velocity 2, which we do not have. The way to do this is to write down the equation for the conservation of mass. So that will be 0 is equal to the rate of change of the mass inside of the control volume plus the ingoing and outgoing masses. Again, because we're at steady state, the rate of mass inside the control volume will not change. And so what we get for our final expression here is going to be rho VA minus 1, again respecting the normal vector that I pointed out, plus rho V2 A2. Simplifying the equation here, we get that V2 A2 is equal to V1 A1. That means that the flow rate 2 has to be equal to the flow rate 1. Because of this, we also know then that the flow rate has to be constant throughout the pipe. Because we know that the flow rate is going to be constant, which is 1.5 meters cubed per second, we could divide it by the area 1 or the area 2 to find the velocity at point 1 and at point 2. Now we could retake the expression that we have before and replace all the unknowns to find the final force. What we get here is the final expression, which will be F is equal to 3,500 kilonewtons meters squared times the area A1, which is 0.0491 meters cubed, plus the density of water, which is 1,000, times the area 1 times V1 squared minus area 2 times V2 squared. And we obtained that our final resultant force is going to be 90.4 kilonewtons.